Mm-mm. Yeah, bro. My bad. How you guys doing, bro? I hope it's good. Bro, everything's actually going crazy, bro. Literally, DGG basically just fucking pulled out the evidence of alien shit. Pull that evidence and shit. Like, literally pulled that evidence and that kind of, I wouldn't say fucked her up, but like, still, somewhat. She's kind of crazy. That's what the thing kind of shows. I'm just saying, from what I see.
When's he coming? What am I supposed to do?
Shout out to D Green with this man. Training, and she provided photo evidence. But after
If you think about it, the tip too. Let's say you slam your face on the your reboots and shit on your lip. You can't just have unless you. It looks like she just bit something and it chipped it too.
today's court hearing, the Little Mermaid is a complete psychopath. No!
Yeah, okay, low key. I think she say it. She literally said it. I'm like, she said it to the people. She told people what she was, and people still are questioning it. But what's it called? Bro, bro. So this is basically DGG's phone. DGG. You say you're sick. You push everywhere or who tried to love you. I've tried really hard to fight for this relationship. I can't do this. No, DG's girl, Haley. I tried really hard to fight for this relationship. So I can't do this with you anymore. Where you constantly are purposely throwing me into the fire. Okay, block me. She definitely did not block him. Definitely did not block him. You know damn well like there's still gonna be people in the comments who would still defending. She could literally like start spraying DG and shit, and people are still gonna. Oh, she only did that because he made it mad. Like nigga, if you're getting rage baited and actually acting on it, you're an idiot. Whose fault is that? That's your fault. Okay, if you're getting rage baited, don't act on it. Leave from the area. It's not that hard. You have 2 feet. Some people have 1 and they're still doing it. Just fucking walk away. It's not that hard. Maybe if you wanted to take Halo before she went on the trip. She said no, but made it seem like this thing gay. Okay, no comment. Nigga is located in Nigeria. Nigga, is this shit even a real? Happy you've been quiet about the situation since the text came out. I'm guessing this is a Google Drive. I'm not clicking this shit. I don't know what the fuck this shit is about. Who's Miss Tanya? I guess. Why do men have to be victims so bad? Men want to be victims so bad. First off, you're located in fucking Lagos, Nigeria. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. My fault. That's friendly fire. What the hell, bro? But GG's, it is what it is. Hopefully he gets his kid back. Well, we. Gee, what? This nigga is so random. In Lagos, Nigeria. What's a good area? They probably gonna say Lekki or Iba. Oh yeah, Ibadan. Express. Oh shit. I've been to like, bro. This nigga is actually. Oh, Ikorodu. Okay, nah. Okay, that's not valid. Lekki, Banana Island is kind of expensive, so like, and Lekki, both of them. Victoria Island, that too. That's equal. Yo, I'm just always going there. Like literally on some like special trips, always be just driving all the way around. It's just like fucking downtown, fucking. I wouldn't say Toronto. Somewhat, not really. Just houses and houses. So bro is going. Yo, see, I'm like literally. If I ever get big or rich, bro, I'm gonna travel back, bro. Going back to the motherland just to, spend maybe 2 months, 3 months. Then after I'll keep going. Look, it be tough though. This shit. Why it's so random? Like, why is it when I was talking about Nigeria? It's when I see this nigga post about it. Like, god damn, bro. Like, damn. Well, my fault. I look, got carried away and shit.
DDG has filed an emergency order to stop Holly from taking their son to Italy.
Okay, I kind of dislike this nigga's voice, bro. I'm not trying to hate, but like, still, DDG, like, bro, shut your ass up. Like, okay, my fault, but like, still, it's kind of annoying. Maybe it's just me. Omeezy. Ooh. Yo, pause. Shit is not even gonna load. Watch. I have to refresh it. Then after it's gonna give me some ad block and shit. Why are you using ad on this website?
Oh, how the turntables have turned.
But I don't even think that's correct. Sentence.
Turned again. Oh, how the turntables have turned again around, turned. Oh, how the tables have turned around again to turn. Look, DDG flipped the whole script on Hallie, and let's talk about it. Just yesterday on June 4th, DDG filed for an...
Right, putting an AirTag in his car is kind of crazy, though. Literally, that's crazy. You put an AirTag, find whoever the guy is. If I did that, I'm gonna look like a stalker. If he did that, he's gonna look like a stalker.
An emergency court order for Halle Bailey to not be able to take their child Halo to Italy while she did some filming, while she did some vacationing or whatever she was doing, and not have sole custody of the child. He was claiming a lot of things about Halle and her relationship with Halo and DDG, things that include things about self-harm, suggesting that she might hurt the child and herself, allegedly an aberration was involved.
Aberration.
Taking the doses, taking his strap and running around the house, putting
like this shit, if you want to end the baby, why the hell do you even want to keep the baby right now? You wanted to end them, you want to literally execute them, and someone want the baby right now. The switch is kind of crazy though.
Tags in cars, physical violence, and all sorts of other crazy things. And as I was going to record this video, less than 24 hours later, we got an update that was actually denied by the judges. The judges said that she can remain with sole custody and that she can take the child wherever she does please. And I know a lot of the internet and timeline is upset and trying to figure out left from right, up from down, but let's unpack everything that we know so we can come to a conclusion together as a family. At this point, I am tired. I am tired. tired. I just clicked off of recording this video, and it has just come out that DDG was actually granted that restraining order, that temporary restraining order. This is why it's so tiring to have these conversations on the internet, because there's so many bad faith actors and people who want to push narratives and agendas and things like that. But honestly, I am tired of talking about this, and you'll see that throughout the rest of the video. But I just wanted to give the update here that DDG actually did get granted that temporary restraining order. So there's some equal justice for those that are looking for it, I guess, in this conversation. I don't know. Keep watching. Now, off top, I've got to say this. Honestly, I'm disgusted that I even know this information. And I know we said a lot about celebrities.
Bro, they like this year. I don't even lie to you. They could easily just settle this whole thing offline. I don't know why these niggas started fucking tweeting about it, doing this, that. They could have settled it like a regular person. So bringing like 80 million people, over 80 million people have probably already watched this.
Celebrity worship over the past couple of days, and as this DDG and Halle situation has unfolded, we said that we weren't going to get into it, and it's a nasty mess. This is the reason why I've maintained this sentiment from the beginning. These are very personal and intimate effects, and we don't need to know this. This is something that should be handled out in court and between the two of them, but not left for public consumption, because honestly,
but they brought it out to the public, so like technically it's everyone's business now. Obviously, that's like you having to argue with your friend and you walk over and tell someone on the right. It started with it was a 1v1. Having an argument. And so now someone fucking brings thing. I don't fucking know, bro. Well, I'm way too tired. I don't just giving us
the way the public consumes is not the best way for this to be judged upon. This isn't their family, this isn't their life, and they should not have so much say so. But let's just jump right into it. Now, all of these things are allegations. DDG claims that Halle Bailey was stalking him using air tags and multiple different tracking devices, not only in the baby's diaper bag, but in multiple different cars that DDG had at his property. Halle had reported that she had seen him be in Akron for a couple of days, but it seemed that DDG had left one of the trackers at Stream University or something like that. He does also acknowledge in his petition that Halle Bailey did not get hit by him. There was no sort of physical violence caused by him, but rather the chipped tooth is explained by her launching herself into the front seat, where she went and attempted to punch DDG, and when she launched herself, her tooth.
Two sides to the story, so like, you know, she could be lying, he could be lying. It is what it is.
Hit the steering wheel, and that's how the whole thing got chipped. And also there's a claim, which if I had any sort of, you know, opinion or speculation about this one has to be the one, is that DDG called up to the OB office for Halle Bailey after she had some bleeding and cramps and stuff, only to find out that she had, you know, asked for an aberration, and she had only taken 1 dose out of the 2-dose of aberration procedure. Almost slipped up and said it. And a lot of those things are damning, but probably the most damning allegation is that DDG got allegedly assaulted by Halle Bailey with a knife. And that evidence was depicted in the pictures that he submitted to the court system to say that, hey, it's not me that's doing these things, it's actually her, and this whole thing is crafted by somebody, some mastermind, her, whoever the case may be. Now, because their life is totally on the internet, there's even been video depiction of Halle Bailey having these sorts of effects on her. There's a situation where DDG was seemingly streaming for too long, and Dub had to let her know to, hey, put that down, as she threatened him with a knife if he did not get off stream.
She coming. What am I supposed to do?
I think he off.
You want me to get up?
That next one with a knife is kind of crazy.
I mean, we're still on. We gonna go get some food.
Okay, I'm about to get up.
Okay.
She got a knife in her hand. She got a knife in her hand.
Put it down.
I gotta go, y'all, before I get whooped.
Now, nothing physically depicted there, and I don't think that DDG and his legal team would even use that as some sort of evidence, but this is just a glimpse into how complex their relationship was during the time and is afterwards, which is displayed more throughout those text messages, which were insane. You know, not to laugh at it, but it was a little bit funny, but, you know, which were insane text messages as well. Just showed us how really complex their relationship was throughout this whole thing. One of those things that was discovered in those text messages was the fact that DDG had been allegedly cheating on Halle Bailey, or sleeping with another woman who DDG had been claiming was his friend for the longest time. Lala Baptiste, an online internet personality who allegedly was a participant in a action with DDG, as told by Halle through what seemed to be a tirade in the text message thread. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because this brings us to the reactions of people near and dear to the situation, you know, those that might know Halle, those that might know DDG, and what they think about it. And it starts off with Lala basically debunking the narrative that they had any sort of sexual interactions at all, and that DDG is just a close friend.
Context behind these accusations in general is stemming from a group trip that our whole friend group went on, right? Our whole friend group went on this trip, and everyone on this trip can confirm there was nothing weird going on. I wasn't even staying near them. It was for someone's birthday. Let's start there. There was never anything sneaky going on. Like, me and Daryl's relationship has always been strictly started off as business. Obviously, if you know, you know, like, he put me onto YouTube, started off there, grew into a friendship, has always remained platonic. So it's very unfortunate. Like, I know people already have this narrative because it's just hard to believe that a guy and a girl can be friends. Like, it's hard to believe that me and him or any other guy and girl can just strictly be platonic friends, okay?
It seemed like all day today, Halle Bailey was getting debunked and slandered left, right, and sideways for her beliefs, her actions, and how she was depicted through these text messages, these screenshots, these photos, these whatever the case may be of what Daryl put out in order to get her to look a certain way and, you know, make his claim to the judge that she's not fit and I'm the actual fit one to be taking care of Halo. And Lala wasn't the only one. Because this is the internet and because DDG has grown a following over the past couple of years, it seemed like everybody had their opinion and wanted to support DDG to the fullest against what people have been deeming as evil Halle.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I already said how it is, chat. I stand on it. Chat, y'all know the truth. I put DD in a group chat with my lawyers. Shit.
Oh, so this is the reason why all this is coming out.
Man, my boy Daryl, man, you gotta make sure he's a good dude. He's a good human being.
This is why all this is coming out. It makes sense.
You know, can I just tell you guys something really quick about something like that? There needs to be a clause in legal where if a woman is trying to put allegations on a man and it gets caught in 4K, it's fake, the girl needs to do the time. Like, it's just, why the fuck is this not a thing?
Talking to this nigga Moo, I go to this nigga Moo crib, right? We talking. Like, you know, we be having, as niggas, you know, you had conversations and you just speak about the shit. This nigga says, like, you know, on your phone, right? Like, if something's near and shit, like if like AirPods or something is near, it'll alert you. Dog said he got an alert on his phone for an AirTag. He's like, nigga, wait, what the fuck? Found that motherfucker in the whip.
In more and more clips, videos, screenshots, you know, something like Halle saying in the petition that he was not in LA, but screenshots of DDG actually being on stream where he was in LA came out this whole day. And honestly, I had to look at the Halle side and see how they were going to fight back. And what I got from the timeline was that she was in postpartum, was that she was upset, was that, you know, they're still backing her, was that DDG is lying, child safety, etc., etc., etc. Now, from the outside looking in, this seems like the most out-of-pocket conversation from Halle Bailey and the things that she is trying to plaster on DDG, but I want to go ahead and give a little bit of pause and just let people know that we do not know what's going on. If the only thing that we are talking about is from the legal sense, I think it's good to look at a lawyer's perspective and see what her thoughts are on this.
But even in the court's ability to use their discretion, they have to apply certain basic principles across the board, right? If you're going to limit one parent's time with the child or take a child away from both parents, you have to consider certain things, and there are certain red flags and buzzwords that are always going to move the needle. One is if you are violent, especially domestically. Another is if you're addicted to drugs or you have an alcohol problem. Another one is if you haven't seen the child in a long time. But another one that people don't seem to be understanding in this particular circumstance is if you can show the other parent has mental health issues.
And so I know a lot of people are saying today, after all that evidence, you know, being proven to be in DDG's favor, especially after, you know, they claim there was postpartum depression, but they've pointed out clearly that she wasn't even pregnant at the time. How could this situation go in favor of Halle where she gets to take Halo to Italy? And to be honest with you, I can't speak on it. I don't know. I heard that there was some sort of ring footage that was supposed to come out. I'm curious as to why that hasn't come out yet since everybody is being so forthcoming. But at the end of the day, that's just a testament to how complex these situations are. We are only getting a glimpse of what the internet is showing us, allowing us to see, or whatever the case may be. We're not getting the full grasp, scope, picture, what they're telling the judges, what's really being presented, etc., etc. We're reading this from...
But it's gonna be crazy though, like, think about it. Like, just imagine.
From our small lens and making judgments on the internet. Now, if Halle did half of the stuff that has been said in these documents and in these claims, listen, get the baby up out of there. Full stop. But to be quite honest with you, I just don't know. In the last video I just did with celebrity worship going too far and parasocialism, I talked about how people take these small glimpses of people online and feel as if they're obligated to more information that they can pass judgment. But the reality of the situation is that these people are
Bro, shit, I'm mostly gonna sleep right now. Yo, I'll be said, bro. Sleep.